Namaste everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hrishikesh Shah and I'm a Vedic astrologer. And today we are going to talk about Venus. It's a Friday, and I tend to make a lot of my videos on Fridays because Venus rules Fridays basically. It's the day of Venus, and Venus governs everything that is visual, videos, movies, art, paintings, anything that you can see and feel good about as well. So nature, everything that is beautiful is also governed by Venus. And we're going to talk a lot more about Venus today in this video, especially. Today, I'm beginning a very new series on the channel, which is related to Vedic Vastu. And I'm not going to ignore astrology in this because Vastu is a combination of astrology and the science of Vastu as well. They both cannot exist, you know, uh, by themselves. It's always a combination because if you are living in a home, it has certain energy. Those energies are there if you purchase that home or you're living in that home because of the astrological combinations in a chart. If they're good, you might get a really good home, a fortunate home, a lucky home. If not, then you run into troubles with all your home purchases or where you're living. The energy there is not positive for you. So Vastu cannot just single-handedly walk alone by itself. It needs astrology. And this is where, what are we going to talk about today is Venus and Vedic Vastu. Why is Venus so important? Because that is one planet that most of us ignore around the world. And when I'm talking about Venus, I'm not talking about, if you're praying to Lakshmi or if you're doing Lakshmi mantras and you feel that just by doing that, you're making sure that your Venus is strong. It's not going to happen. Until and unless you do not know how to respect and invite Venus in the form of energy, raw Venus into your life, no matter what mantras, tantras, yantras you do for, strengthening your Venus, it's not going to happen. You need to understand how Venus works. And if you do that, then you'll have abundance, comfort, and luxuries because Venus is a significator of that. More than half the world does not worship Lakshmi, the goddess related to Venus. Still, they have wealth, right? If it was only, by doing or worshiping Lakshmi, especially in Diwali, that you can get wealth, then the entire world would have converted to Hinduism and started worshiping Lakshmi for wealth. So there's no logic in it because we are ignoring the raw form of, the raw energy form of planets. So in this presentation that I'm going to share with you right now, we're going to learn about how to invite Venus into your life, how to make Venus better into your life through Vedic Vastu. And it's an interesting video, so make sure you watch it completely. All right, here we go. Venus and bedrooms. Vedic Vastu by Jyotish Hrishikesh Shah. So welcome to the very new series that I've begun today on a Friday with Venus. And why bedrooms? Because Venus is a significator of bedrooms. And in an astrological chart, the 12th house is related to your bed. And it is a sign of Pisces. It's a watery sign. And that is where Venus is exalted in the 12th house. The significator of bedroom, your bed, your comfort is Venus. And it holds a very important place because it can, control your marriage from 12th house. It can control your expenses, your income flows, the benefit that you get from your savings. Everything is there with the sign Pisces or the 12th house. That is where Venus gets exalted in the 12th house. So let's move ahead. Why is Venus so important? So let's see how and in which manner is Venus involved in the universe, in our lives. First of all, Venus gets Digbala, direction strength in the 4th house of an astrological chart. And the 4th house is the house of where we see comforts, where we see luxuries, vehicles, home, mother, healing, caring, where your heart is basically. So Venus gets very strong in the 4th house. And if you have a strong Venus in the 4th house, will be very lucky in life with all these things. Okay, so that is one of the main reasons why Venus is so important, because without Venus, if Venus is not in a good state, forget comforts, forget luxuries, forget good home. Okay, forget that your heart will be loved and cared. All right, you might get hurt a lot. Venus is not in a good state. Venus is also a significator of ojas, which is virility. Semen basically is governed by Venus. Okay, and so when men or males have issues with bearing a child, then Venus is the first thing that has to be checked in the chart to understand what is the strength of ojas in that person's chart. Venus is also related to the Mrityunjaya mantra. Okay, the Mrityunjaya mantra. You can Google about it. You can read more about it. It's related to Shukracharya. Okay, Guru related to Venus, and it carries a Mrityunjaya energy, the energy to revive your life, to move over that. It is a water element planet, Shukra, Venus, and water element will govern all your relationships. So basically, all the relationships that you have in your life is governed by Venus. Especially for a male, the spouse, the wife comes from Venus. Other significance of Venus are sisters, woman, spouse, wife here mainly, comforts, perfumes, luxurious homes, luxurious cars, and so on. Comfort, all the comforts that the world has to offer. Venus is basically the giver of all the comforts, all the happiness of this world, and the significance of enjoyment. So in life, if you're not in a state of enjoyment, in a state of joy, in a state of bliss, you're not happy, you're not enjoying life, then understand that there is no Venus activated in your life. You might have a very great Venus in your chart, but it's not activated. If you're not enjoying in life, if you're not happy. Okay. So it's very important to first sit down and understand and find out, meditate and see if in your life, are you really enjoying? Is there joy in your life? Do you tend to open a bottle or two of champagne every now and then? Do you travel to beautiful places? Do you eat at beautiful places and beautiful cafes and restaurants? Do you enjoy luxury and clothes that make you happy? Do you have a lot of perfumes? Do you enjoy the beauty that the world has to offer? Or are you always stressful, angry, irritated? Okay, so check what's happening in your life. Check what kind of energy is present in your life. If there's no enjoyment, Venus is not there. And so you got to activate this. Now, when you come to the Vastu side of Venus, bedrooms play a very important role, especially for those who are married and also for those who are not married. I'll come to the second part later. For those who are married, if the energy of the bedroom is not right as per Vedic Vastu, the relationship between a husband and a wife, between the couple, will eventually go down the drain. Okay. The emotional connection as well as the physical connection will see trouble, will see obstacles, will see a lot of issues. Okay. So, first of all, what I do in my Vedic Vastu consultations is whenever a chart comes in, especially related to couple, and they're looking to enhance their relationship or amend problems that have occurred in the relationships, the first thing that I do is, this is in the Vedic Vastu consultations, the first thing is I check how the bed is placed. The bed that you sleep on, where is it placed, on which zone of the house, and in the room, which direction is placed in. Now, there is no general direction like you read on the net. The general rules of Vastu, they do not apply because everybody has a different energy. You are born on a different date and time. I'm born on a different date and time. Your Venus is different than from what Venus is in my chart. So there cannot be a single rule that can fit the entire human race on planet to where to put your bed. It's not possible. So everybody has an individual Venusian energy which needs to be activated. So the first thing that I do is I check the Venus in their chart. I see which direction Venus is more strong. If it is stronger on the west, then I'll put their bed in the west. If it is stronger in the north or the northeast or the south, I'll put the bed over there. There's a way to check it. And that's what I do in my Vedic Vastu consultations. Also, what I check is how they are sleeping, in which feet, what is the direction of the feet when they sleep, what is the direction of head and feet. Okay, so head could be south, feet could go to the north, which is the usual rule that is going around popularly. But it can be different. For you, east west could be great to have a good relationship and good finance as well. So it depends how Venus is in the chart. And that is what I guide my clients when they consult me. That you need to keep the bed in this direction because that is where their Venus is strong. And this is how you should sleep, both as a couple. Where should your feet be? Where should your head be? And mark one very important rule that I'm going to share with you. Okay. People don't share this thing, but I'll share it with you. Whenever you look to place the bed, rectify the position of the bed, always do it from the chart of the female, the wife, not from the male chart, if they are married. If they are not married, they are single, then from their own individual chart. So if an unmarried male comes to me, I'll see how Venus is in his chart and accordingly place the bed in the position of sleeping. If a couple comes to me, then I'll look at the female chart, the wife's chart, and then place their bed in position. Because Venus, the wife, governs the bedroom. Very important thing to note. Now we come to how should the bedroom be. Okay. So when we're talking about Venus, your bedroom cannot have energies of what is the opposite of Venus, which is Mars. Mars is anger. Mars is war. So if you tend to fight a lot in your bedroom as a couple, if you tend to, even if you're in a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, if on phone you argue a lot in a bedroom, you fight a lot. Basically, if you're creating the energy of Mars in your bedroom, which is fighting, arguments, a warlike environment, anger, animosity, aggression, then the tattva, the energy of Venus will go down and a relationship will be ruined. Not just that relationship, every relationship in your life will be ruined. Your sleep will be ruined. The sukha, the happiness of the married life will go away. And you'll see more financial losses because 12th house is a house of loss as well. That's where your bed is. You'll start seeing losses in your life, financial losses. Okay? 12th house is the second house from the 11th house of gain, being the maraka of gain. So if the 12th house goes wrong, the 11th house, the house of gains and labha, will stop giving you gains because you've activated 12th house in a negative manner. So make sure that you avoid any kind of Martian energy, Mars energy in the bedroom. Never, ever fight, yell, argue, break things, aggression. Do not do anything related to Mars in your bedroom. Do not play those video games in a bedroom of, those video games which are related to war and killing and all those things. Don't do that. You are damaging your bed forever and your Venus as well. Okay. If you're watching movies as well in your bedroom, make sure that you tend to watch movies that are more light, which has more comedy, laughter, romance, happiness. Avoid watching movies that depict too much aggression, war, murder, violence, and all those things. Avoid that. watch it in any other area of the house that you can. Avoid it in the bedroom. How should a bedroom decor be and what items should be displayed? And now, Venus is the dominant planet there. So make sure that the colors of the bedroom are related to Venus, light, bright, happy, colors that have a soothing, calming effect on you. Okay. First of all, even the bed sheets and the curtains need to be of those colors. And make sure that whatever you use in a bedroom is of the highest quality, because Venus is a very high standard planet. It does not like anything that is cheap or, can fly by. No, it wants the best. That is why Venus is a significant of diamonds. That is why women love diamonds, the best. And they won't like any kind of diamond. They would want the best diamond out there. That's all it is. So make sure that when you design your bedroom, it is the most luxurious that you can afford. Okay? You can afford. Don't try to save there. Go out to the max, whatever you can. And have a lot of paintings that are, again, very, which entice love or romance or flowers or beautiful scenery. A lot of people tend to have paintings in their bedrooms of animals. Okay. Now, there's a caution when it comes to that. There's a certain thing that we see in a chart when I'm doing matching, is the matching of yoni. Matching of sexual yonis of the male and the female, so to see whether they're sexually compatible or not. Now, the yoni part is always related to an animal. For example, if your husband has a yoni and the animal related to that yoni is a sheep, okay, and you have a painting of a tiger or a lion there, bedroom, it is anti to the yoni of your husband. Okay, so when it will come to the physical part of relationship, the husband will suffer over there. So until you know which is the right animal painting to put in your bedroom, avoid all animal related paintings. Okay, avoid any kind of paintings that show sorrow, loneliness, or melancholy. Okay, no sunset pictures in your bedroom, because it's a picture that relates to melancholy, the ending. Always have happy, bright, cheerful, love, romance. Okay, when you walk into your bedroom, you should be energized. You should feel very happy, cheerful. And very important thing that most of us ignore is how often one should clean a bedroom. Every week. All right. So every week, make a standard rule that on Fridays, you change the bed sheets at least. Clean your bedroom, change the bed sheets to fresh ones. All right. Everything that is related to bed, change it on a Friday. Every Friday. Okay. Burn some nice incense over there. All right. Spray some air freshener. Okay. I'll come to what you should do in the next slide, but clean it every Friday, change the bed sheets every Friday, and make sure that at least once in a month on Friday, that you pick up the mattress and clean the bed from underneath, from below. A lot of beds nowadays have storage underneath the bed. Okay. Make sure that you don't store too much. And if you're storing too much things, if you're not using it, make sure that you start throwing or giving away things that you do not need. If you've not used something in a year, give it away. Don't store, because storing is the energy of Saturn, Shani. Things that are stored, which accumulate dust, are not used for long, they have the energy of Saturn, of delays, of sadness, of depression, of distance, of coldness. So such an energy will come into your bedroom and your relationships and in your life. Why do you want to invite that? So make sure that if you're storing underneath your bed, first of all, it's not too much. Clean it at least every month. Okay, give it a nice wipe. Clean it. Clean the dust below the bed, the mattress, and set up your bed. Okay, you'll see magnificent results from this in your love life, in your relationships, and in your own personal life. You'll be happy. You'll be cheerful, and that is going to do far more good things for you than mantras and yantras and tantras. Okay, so this is what I was saying about it in the beginning of the video. The raw energy of Venus. This is what I'm telling you. This is how Venus gets happy and it starts blessing you because you're respecting the laws, the rules of Venus in life. Now, how to invite the raw energy of Venus in your life? Okay, here I'm going to talk about related to your bedroom because we are talking about Vedic Vastu related to Venus. First of all, the most important thing is fragrance, a good smell. You know, if you go to the Middle East, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, they have this thing called bakur that they burn incense. Okay, you can do that in your bedroom, the fragrance. Nice freshener would work. Incense candles. Candles are very important because candles have Agni, which is related to, because Agni is the devta of Shukra, of Venus. So make sure that you burn some candles in the southeast corner of your bedroom because that's the direction of Venus. At least you burn some candles in the southeast. You can place the candles everywhere, but make sure that you have some candles always lit in the southeast corner of the bedroom, at least on a Friday. If you can't do it every day, at least on the Friday. All right. A lot of people would ask how many number of candles. Venus is related to number 6 in numerology. So you can have 6 candles. Paintings, like I mentioned before, happy, positive, cheerful painting. A lot of mirrors, okay? Those who live in India and watch Bollywood movies, you've seen in movies like Bajirao and all those movies that the period dramas, the period movies, kings used to have something called as a Sheesh Mahal, a palace of mirrors where they used to entertain themselves. Okay, they have their harem over there to make love with their spouses or women that they're interested in. Why Sheesh Mahal? Why mirrors? Because the karaka of mirrors is Shukra, Venus. So have a lot of mirrors in your bedroom. So the Sheesh Mahal were not just constructed for just like that. They had a logic behind it. Cleanliness, very important. Not just with the bed sheet, everything. Okay, cleanliness is very important when it comes to Venus. So make sure that the bed sheets and the curtains and your bedroom is always very clean. Okay, always very good to smell. And whenever you go to sleep, just before sleeping, okay, when you decide, okay, now I'm off to sleep, I'm done with all my things and I'm off to sleep. Final stage, before you get into bed, make sure that you clean your feet. Okay, because 12th house is where the feet is, where Venus gets exalted. So make sure that you clean your feet. You're not taking the energy of the entire day. You're coming home from work, all those energies, all the places that where have you been, not carrying that energy onto your bed when you're going to sleep. So wash your feet, brush, smell good, apply a little perfume, some attar, okay, and then go to sleep. Very important tip. So this is how the raw energy of Venus will get activated in a positive way. And once you start doing this, you'll see a lot of change. At least if you do it for 6 Fridays, look at the changes that happen in your mindset. Suddenly you start feeling more positive, more happy, more light, more cheerful. and new ideas and new things will pop up in your mind, and the enjoyment factor in life will go up. Suddenly, you see yourself more enjoying more with your family, with your loved one, your kids, and so on. And make sure that you do most of the things yourself. If you're fortunate enough to have a maid, a servant, avoid at least asking them to do this. Do it yourself. Do some karma with your own hands. Like today's a Friday, so just after I end this video, I'm going to make up my room, change the bed sheets, and light some candles, and do all of those things. So do some karma with your own hand. That is how the real energy of planet will get activated. Don't delegate it to somebody else. Their Venus will get, better. What about you? And so the major part of this video was related to Venus and the Vedic Vastu side of it. It's a very interesting topic. It's a very important topic that most of us miss in life. Everybody is running after happiness, comfort, enjoyment, but it's not getting it. Why? Despite doing all these pujas, and in India, we do a lot of puja related to Diwali, to Lakshmi, for wealth. But wealth doesn't come, happiness doesn't come, comfort doesn't come, despite doing that puja, that ritual. We are missing a very important factor. We are missing the knowledge of how to first activate the raw energy of the planet. So I'm going to talk about more how to activate Venus in areas other than Vedic Vastu in your life. How to live by the rules of Venus to gain. If you want Sukha in this planet, on this planet, if you want a great home, a lavish home, a luxurious car, okay, a good image, if you want to enjoy comforts, your luxuries, if you want a very beautiful spouse, you want like very good clothes, you want to stand out among people, then you need Venus. If you want to have a good time on this planet while you're alive, you need Venus. So I'm going to talk about Venus in a separate video. That will be mainly focused on only Venus. And today I talked about Venus in the bedroom. Vedic was the way to do it. And hope that you gain some good knowledge, some really good life changing tips from this video. If you feel that you have, make sure that you hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and do comment. If you do this, those of you, if you tend to follow this rituals the things that I've mentioned here, make sure that you leave your feedback in the comment, okay? It will help other people as well to know how is it going. For me as well. And you can leave your feedback. Those who've got positive changes, others might read your comment and start doing it. Their life will change as well. So do good to the world and good will come to you. So this is where we end. And before I go away, some information that most of you, who are interested for consultations with me, they can message me at my Instagram handle, that is Rishi108_. And you can also message me on my Telegram at @JyotishRishi108. All right. And further details will be shared to you over there. So thank you so much for watching this video. May you have a very fantastic Friday and you enjoy the hell out of it. I'm going to leave you now and get back to enjoying my Friday. Take care. Thank you.